Right guys, today's video we're going to do a fish room tour. We're going to do a full fish room tour. So since we did the last one we have added tanks, so I'm going to take you around most of my tanks, all but the ones, there's a couple that are in the summer house, but we're going to do all the tanks that are in the house, fish room and in the living room. So obviously as you can see in this shot right now, that's my new air pump for the fish room. So I got two of these from Reese at Fishman Aquatics. I got them both for half price. I've only just set them up, so there is actually 20 outlets from this pump, so I don't really need the air loop around the top of the ceiling, just under the ceiling, because this is enough. I need to tidy it up. I've got it all running round the back of there, and then under this there's a ledge just under this door here that I've got the ones running under there. So I'm just not far off it being fully set up. I am waiting for some more airline. I've used a hell of a lot of airline. I just need to get some zip ties and basically tie each tank together so I know which is which. But I've set it up in a way where I know from as well. So yeah, I'm really buzzing off that. I got it a bargain. I went to Reese's last weekend. I picked up this pump and I picked up 10 new, well they're not new, they were used, but 10 sponge filters for 20 quid. These pumps retail at 100 quid each. I got these for 50 quid each. So absolute bargain, really happy with them. And yeah, again, it's going to save me some money on electricity. I've set this up. I've already taken the Aqua One external out, the dual internal, 4 air pumps out already, and then I've just got 2 more air pumps that I need to take out, and this is a 35 watt, so absolutely unbelievably going to save me a few quid. So yeah, anyway, let's get the fish room tour. I'm going to start on this tank, and there's no light on because I broke the light. So this is the Vieja tank. There's nothing much different in here. I did take a couple of fish out, which I think I told you on another video. It's got the same fish in, but the light is not working. So we're going to move on from that tank, and as soon as I get a light, we'll get it working again. And we're going to go up here, guys. So there will be glare, there will be stuff in the way, but I'm just going to do a run through as it stands, guys. This is my 2-foot cube with my grow out rainbow cichlids in. So it's got the grow out rainbow cichlids, which are all hiding in the wood. I just threw all this wood here to keep it so it sinks. A lot of these are ready to go now. Some of them are over 1 inch. Most of them are around about 1 inch. There is a few small ones, but most of them are ready to go. There is some apple snails and some albino plecos in there. So yeah, look, there they are. I mean, they're a decent size. They've grown quite quick, but I have been feeding them quite heavily. Some of them are over 1 inch, probably 1.5 inches. So I will be going getting rid of them. I'll be taking them to a couple of fish shops. I just need to get chance. And if anybody is local to me wants any, let me know. Basically send me a comment on the video. Just let me know and we'll sort some out. Well yeah, rainbow cichlids come on a treat, grown really quickly. And yeah, that'll free this tank up for something else. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. I want to use it as a grow out tank really, but yeah, that's the little cube, the 2-foot by 2-foot cube. And then we're going to move on to the Etrospea tank, which is next to it. So nothing's changed in here. We didn't get to grow out the young from the pair of Etrospea because they ate them. I saw them as wigglers. I came down the next day. In fact, I think it was the day after that I did the video that I came down and they'd eaten them, or something had eaten them. I think the spirulus had probably got in there eating them. Obviously, when I did the last tour as well, I had 3 lots of pairs of spirulus all breeding at the same time, and I think that pair are at it again there. But I had 3 lots of fry, and I should have got some footies, but I was just so busy. And I didn't get it, and I wish I had, because it was 3 lots of fry at the same time. One in the middle, one on the right, and one on the left. It was a pair in each area. And this pair are at it again, under that rock. And I think there's a pair in that cave at it again. Pretty prolific. There's that Precise cichlid. He's an absolute beauty, or she. And yeah, I don't actually know if I showed you the Precise cichlid last time. I think I did. I got it from Peer Aquatics. And it's an absolute belter. We've got the pair of rainbow cichlids, pair of macula pinnis, pair of Etrospea, all those pairs of spirulus, And yeah, no change. Still love this tank. Still my favourite tank. Absolutely love it. And it's, I mean, there's Big Monty. Look at Big Monty. He is an absolute beautiful specimen. Shame he lost that fin, isn't it? But he's still gorgeous. That one there is my favourite. That is absolutely stunning, that one. It's bumped its head, look, but that is my favourite, that one. Beautiful. Look. Come on, turn to the side. Let's have a look at you. There you go. This is my favourite, this one. I do like that one. Obviously, Big Monty's a star, but when it comes to looks and stuff, I do like that one the best. So yeah, that is the extra spear tank. Like I said, guys, I'm just gonna, this is a bit of a raw video, you know, I'm not gonna turn lights off. I'm just gonna film as we go along, and we're gonna film every tank that we've got available. Shame that the light's not on the Vieira tank, because I would have liked to have done you an update on that, but we'll get some light on it and we'll do one on its own. So yeah, that's the extra spear tank. Let's move on to the next one. Let me just go down here. Yeah, I've never showed you this tank. This is one of the new ones that I got. So this is on the metal, the 4-foot metal rack. And this is a 4-foot tank. It's 4 foot by 15 wide by 12 high. And it's got my Briadori in there and my Carpenter cichlid. So the Carpenter cichlid is in that tub, pot, sorry, it never comes out. I have just switched the light on, so they're all being a little bit cautious. There is 4 Briadori in there, and there is 1 little Trimac in there as well. I call him the rogue Trimac because he's the one that shouldn't be with us, but he is. And these Briadori are growing so well. Let me see if I can get closer to them for you, because it's quite low down, this tank. So that one there is a nice one. There's one there, but they're all being a bit skittish because I've only just turned the lights on. And then, there you go. There's another one. So yeah, they are coming on a treat, really buzzing off them. Do like these Briadori, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Are outstanding fish, these, and they're growing really well as well. So yeah, they're down below. So let me show you the tank above it. If you look, and what I'm doing is I'm actually sharing lights on tanks. This is all because of the energy prices. I'm just trying my best to reduce the cost of energy prices. Now, my energy prices, it's not something I'm going to go into. A lot of other people talk about it, but I've gone, my electricity prices has doubled. So I was paying something like £90 a month for my electricity in my last house. My bill is now £170 a month, but that was billed at without the 2 new tanks. So I'm probably going to be up around maybe £200 a month. So I just want to, you know, it's a lot of money, isn't it? So I'm just going to try my best to keep those bills down. Anyway, as you can see, my true parrot cichlids are in here. And the glare on this tank is so bad, guys. I'm so sorry. My true parrot cichlids in here because my bigger parrot cichlid levered my smallest bumblebee Oscar. It was a while ago now. You know, obviously my videos that I do them at certain times, but it was a while ago, and the Oscar which you'll see in this video is okay now. But yeah, it battered it, so I've moved him in here. And this is a bit of a random tank because it's got the 2 true parrots, it's got 3 multifasciatus. I'm only down to 3 multifasciatus because I had to get rid of 2 because, anyway, I got rid of him, and they're growing really well, these are eating really well. That one there is a stunner. And then there's these Myanai and a Robertsoni, so it's a complete random tank. He's a bit of a git at times. Never really does anything bad to it. This multifasciatus is absolutely beautiful. Look at that, that's a stunning fish. So yeah, that is the Parachromis multifasciatus. That true parrot has been an absolute bell end. But yeah, when I bought them, the Phil who bought them, I've said that he was like that with her basically. So, you know, they've been in here together for a while, and he's pretty much like that. But I'm not sure whether it is definitely male or female, but the way they act, I think it could be. And there's that Robertsoni. I've had that Robertsoni for so long. I reckon that Robertsoni must be nearly 2 years old, and he's not the biggest. He's not big at all. He's only about 4 inches maybe. So yeah, that is that tank with the Parachromis multifasciatus, true parrots, Robertsoni, and the poor little Myanai. I call them the poor Myanai because I move them about. They're always keeping tank cycled for me. And then we are on to the Angelfish. Danton angels. They do look like Rio Nani angels, but absolutely beautiful. And as you can see, I've stuck my Kahaku swordtails in here, and these are stunning. These absolute fantastic swordtails. There is 8 of them, 2 males I believe and 6 females. We'll get them their own tank soon. There is a couple of tanks I need to set up, which hopefully will be ready for the next fish room update. But how good are those, and how nice are those angels? I mean, that tank looks phenomenal. I mean, it is a bit dull because it's only got half a light, but that's just the way the fish room is working at the moment. But these are stunning. There is no signs of any pairing or anything like that. They're all they want to do is eat. You can see they're all coming up to the top. They think I'm going to feed them. And absolute. Let me just get some flake and we'll feed them. Okay, so I've just dropped some flake in. Let's watch them munch some flake. These are really good eaters, these angelfish. Feeding them quite a lot at the moment, so 4 times a day the angels. Been giving them some flake, some frozen food. Obviously the swordtails are having a good old go at that as well. Yeah, look at them. These, I tell you what, these are becoming a real favourite of mine. I'm absolutely loving being back into angelfish. It feels right to me. It's what I know. It's what, you know, I've done for a long time before, and yeah, loving these. Absolutely loving these. Stunning fish, stunning. And I tell you what, I'll be happy when we get a pair. We should get a pair out of 8. But yeah, that's the angelfish, and I'll leave them to munch on that flake food, and we'll move on to some more angelfish. Okay, so these are my albino angelfish, which you saw not that long ago, so I won't spend too long going on these. They have settled in really well. The tank's an absolute mess at the moment. I bought some duckweed. Now a lot of people are going to come at me and say, why have you bought that? But I bought some duckweed, threw it in, and I don't know whether it was on its way out, but it's just created all this mess. I have done a water change, but there's still mess in there. So the tank's not looking great. Somebody came at me on Instagram to tell me that my tanks were dirty. So, you know, if you're watching this video, thanks for the heads up. That's what you get when you're doing this kind of stuff. But look at them. How nice are they? They are something special. I'm getting so many comments, so much good comments as well on these fish. These are phenomenal. These are something special. You know, I do prefer the wild type fish. I do. But this is something that I just couldn't let go. When I saw them, I just had to have some. So they're the platinum albino angels, and these are my stir-by. So I've got a group of stir-by. Again, we've already gone over these. Look at that, look at that. That's that power from that filter. It's a lot more powerful than the filters I had before. I need to control that, don't I? But yeah, anyway, that is the albino angelfish. So let's move on to the next tank. I absolutely love these. So these are my swordtails. So I did say on the last fish room update that they were Montezuma swordtails, and they're not Montezuma swordtails. Thanks to Graham Evans for pointing it out to me. I called them Montezumas. They're not Montezumas, but nevertheless they are stunning swordtails, green swordtails. I mean, look at that female. That female is phenomenal. And the male there trying to get in the photo bomb. Great trio of swordtails. Now I have put a plant in here. Do you know, this plant's been in here about 4 weeks and it's still alive. It's doing really well. Some guppy grass, but it's a mess. So I need to get something, a big clump of something. How nice are they? Look at that. I love that female. These can get big as well. Look at that male there. Little beauty, isn't he? Look at that there. I am really happy with these swordtails. I'm really happy with the angelfish. I'm really happy with the swordtails. It's something that I'm really enjoying at the moment. You know, I've never done swordtails before, I'll be honest with you. So that's something new, but obviously the angels are in my heart and it's nice to have them back. So anyway, that's them, and we will move on to the next tank. Okay, so we are at Trigger's tank. So here's Trigger, looking as nice as ever. If I'm honest with you though, I'm not happy with this tank. A lot of things I'm not happy with. It's got scratches all over it. I mean, look at that massive one round the middle there. I've got a serious algae problem in this tank. I don't like where it is. So I need to do something better for him, because I think I said it on my last video that, and look at that there, the tank goes behind that leg of the stand as well. So I think I said it in my last video that I wasn't happy with this tank, so I seriously need to think about replacing it. And if you look on this stand, this room there, which I was going to put a 2 foot cube, whereas I think I might just get a bigger tank. So this is a 4 foot by 20 by 24. I think I might just get a 5, just get another foot, and I think that will be a great tank for him going forward. Like I've said a million times before, he's not the biggest Trimac in the world. I've literally had him 2 years, I think in September, so pretty much 2 years, and he's about 10 inches. So like, he's not the biggest growing Trimac out there. He's not the biggest out there, but he's, you know, I think after 2 years, he's probably not going to get as big as what you would expect Trimacs to get. Now, I'm not actually sure on how big the real Nil Tepec get, but I think I've seen him bigger than this. But as you can see, he's stunning all the same. He's still got those stunning trails, and his colour is fantastic. And that's even in a tank that's not really got any substrate in, and it's awful. It's an awful tank. Don't like it. But we love Trigger, and he is doing fine. Look at him. They have got stunning colours, these real Nil Tepec. They're very much longer than the other types. Obviously, the real Naranjo is like very round, and obviously the real Sarabia are round as well, but these are more long, so these are more longer. But I think out of all the Trimacs, the colour of the Nil Tepecs are the best in my opinion. I'm sure there's people out there who will disagree, but I just think that some of the real Nil Tepecs are the nicest looking Trimacs that you'll find out there. So yeah, like I said, hopefully at some point we can get him a better tank. Like I said, I think, you know, I could put him a 5 foot or a 6 foot there, couldn't I? So I think due to the way that the stand's built, it'll probably have to be 5 foot, but a 5 foot tank is more than enough for this fish. So I can get a 5 by 2 by 2 in there, so I think that's what we'll do going forward. I mean, this tank's big enough. A couple of people who have been to my house have said to me, you don't need to get anything bigger for him if we don't think he's going to grow much bigger. I think we'll get another couple of inches out of him. But yeah, anyway, that's Trigger, guys. We've been on this tank, on this video now long enough, so we will move on to the last tank, which is the South American setup. And last but not least is the South American setup that's in the living room. But obviously it's not long since I did an update on this, because I did the change of substrate video. Now, really happy with the substrate, happy with how it's turned out. I got so many comments back on that video of advice. You know, one of the main pieces of advice I got was to move these rocks here, put black rocks in, and I will do something like that. I just haven't had time, so it's still as it was in that video. But thank you so much for all the comments that you all gave me and all the help and advice. And you know, mainly people like the sand and mainly people like the light at the back. But yeah, the advice was fantastic, so thank you. But yeah, this is a South African tank. It's the same. It's got the boisterous Oscars in, it's got the Severums in, Flagtail, Waru, and the Amazonarum. So it's got a good nice little mix in it. So every time I speak to you guys about any of my tanks, my ideas change, especially since I've moved into this house. I've got this idea, then it changes to that idea. This is what I'm going to do. So I think in this room, I've had this tank going to be 6 by 2, 7 by 2. Then I'm going to leave it as it is. Then I'm going to put this fish in it, that fish in it. So yeah, at the moment, while I'm settling into the new property, my ideas are all over the place. So I still don't know what I'm going to do with this tank. I kind of like it. The place I'm at right now is, do I have a tank with just those Oscars in? You know, so it would look gorgeous, wouldn't it, with those two Bumblebee Oscars in? It would look fantastic, wouldn't it? But yeah, where would the other fish go? So yeah, we're still thinking on what we want to do, but for now it's staying like this. I am at a bit of a halt with the fish room right now when it comes to new tanks and stuff, as I've said before, because I just need to see how it pans out with electricity prices and stuff like that. And like I said, I wanted a break from it. So yeah, this is how it is at the moment. It's looking fantastic. I love this tank. I love sitting in front of this tank. I love chilling out with this tank. And this Oscar here was the one that I said had been battered off the Parrot. As you can see, he's near enough pretty fully healed now. He's pretty back to normal, but he was quite a mess. So back to normal, which is good. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I did an update on this video, on this fish tank about a week, 2 weeks ago, something. So I'm not going to go on too much about it because nothing has changed. But yeah, that's the South American setup. Like I said, I'll keep it short and sweet. One last look at those Oscars because they are stunning. How nice are they? They are something special. Do love them. And we'll do a more in-depth video on the Bumblebee Oscars, which are the Astronautus crassipinnis. We'll do a bit of a species profile on them soon because I've got a lot of people asking me about them. So we'll do that soon. And yeah, that's the South American tank. That's the last one. And we're going to wrap this up now. So thank you so much for all your support, guys. It's phenomenal. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I reply to every comment. So if you leave a comment, I am going to reply to it. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, sharing the channel. It just means a lot. And if you're not subscribed, as always, guys, all you have to do is click the subscribe button, ping the bell for notifications, and it just helps. And it helps the channel to grow, and it gives me a reason to keep posting. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one.